Hi, I'm going to do my makeup with you using my Seint 3D Makeup Foundation Palette. I already did one side of my face so that you can see the difference. So I have a lot of redness going on, I have some texture going on, and I'm going to be using a couple of my favorite brushes, and I'm going to be explaining as I go. So I'm going to start off with my contour. So using the detail brush, and I'm using this side, and I'm going into my contour like this. And then I am going along the top of my forehead like that. And then I'm going to blend it up into my hairline. And after, I'm just going to bring it down on the sides, pretty much to my temples. So I kind of did the same thing on the other side, but I'm not putting anything there. So that is it for my contour for my forehead. Now I'm going to go do my cheekbone. So same thing. So for the cheekbone, I go in, I start at the top of my ear and I follow the bone. And I never swipe ever with any makeup whatsoever. So I'm just going to go, and I got a little bit too much on my brush, but that's okay because cream makeup is very forgiving and you can blend it very easily. So once I have it placed where I want it, then I flick the product upwards, like kind of along my temples. Like I do have a bit much there, but that's okay. I can fix that with my main color afterwards. So that is it for my contour on my cheek. And if I do find that I have a lot, I just go and I can blend it even more. The more you blend, the more it'll fade. And the next area that I love to contour is my jawline. So I start like on, kind of underneath and on the bone. So behind the ear, and I kind of start at the jowls and a little bit over there, and then I flick it down. And contour creates shadow where you want shadow to be, where we already have natural shadows actually. And when you have like jowls like this, it kind of gives the illusion that they're not as bad. And another place for me, I have a turkey neck. I apply it on my turkey neck. And it kind of, it gives the illusion that it's not as bad. Now I am done with my contour. I am going to go in with my main color. Excuse me, I dropped it with my main color of highlight, which is the one closest to my skin tone. I'm using a different brush. This is the blush and bronzer brush. I'm going to use a small end, but we call it the brush and bronzer brush, but we can use it for anything. All of our brushes are all, they're all made specifically for the cream makeup, and you can use them to apply everything really. So all I'm doing is I'm dabbing into my product like that, and that's it. That's all you need, because with cream makeup, less is more. It's way better to start with very minimal product and build as you go if you feel that you need more. Now, if you're noticing, I'm not going where I have my contour on. I'm going around it. So that is all I'm doing. So I'm stopping here because the other side is already done. So basically the chin here, and I'm doing dabbing motion, or you can even swipe it on too, but never ever back and forth. Never sweep the product on your skin. And now I'm doing my nose. A little bit, just a little bit on my forehead where I didn't go with my contour. And here, if you notice, I find that I went a little bit too heavy with the contour. That's okay. I just go in with one dab And I'm just gonna go tone it down. And there you go. And you can do that for wherever you find that your contour is a little bit too much. So that is it. Just a little bit on my nose. I have a red dot right there, but that's a little scab that I did myself. And when it's raw like that, it's very hard to hide. Now I'm gonna switch to a tinier end. This is my blend brush. This is one of my very favorite brushes. I like the tiny end because you can go into small areas. Again, dip once and I can go like around my nose very like easily because it fits into all those little nooks and crannies that we have. Now my under eyes. Under eyes are very delicate skin. It's very thin over there. So you do not want to put a lot of makeup on. So one dab, and I'm just gonna go like underneath like this, and I'm just dabbing my product on. And I'm not going like close to my lashes, because the more product that you put under your eyes, the more that your wrinkles will show, the more creasing that you will have if you have wrinkles. So now that I did my main color all over where I wanted it to, now I'm gonna go with my brightening. The brightening is the lightest shade that I match you with. So I go in once. I like to one dab on my chin, one dab over there, a little bit in the middle of my nose, not a whole lot because my nose has texture, and a little bit kind of in the middle because the brightening is like a highlight. It brings brightness back into the center of your face where you would like to have it. So I start there, and now I'm gonna go do the under eyes, but very delicately. Again, I dab in once into my brightening. So I'm gonna do one little swipe over here, tiny swipe, just like that to deposit the color. And then I'm gonna go over here on the bone, on the corner of my eye, but more on the bone of the nose, like that. So just like that, and just over there. And once I place the product, now I hardly have any on my brush. So now I can go and dab the product into my skin. Because under the eyes, less is more. And once I blended like there and there, now I can go and marry both together. And it just brings a little bit of brightness under the eye. I should have done, the other eye doesn't look as bright. So I'm just gonna go and, because I did do the other half, the first half of my face with the mirror, and now I'm using my camera as a mirror. So that's why it can be a little bit different. There you go. It's way easier when you use an actual mirror. So that is it for my brightening. So I have my brightening, and then I can go and just kind of place it on my eyelid, like just to, if you're going to use eyeshadow, it kind of does a base. So just like that. Now I am going in with my bronzer. My bronzer for me it's a must-have, but it's not a necessity. You don't need, if you don't like bronzer, but bronzer will bring warmth back into your face. So I'm going in like this, and I'm just going to go deposit it where I want it. And the bronzer is very sheer, so that one you can layer on top of others. So where I deposit it, then I'm gonna turn, I'm still using my blush and bronzer brush. I'm gonna flip it around, and go blend it. So bronzer will bring warmth into your skin, gives you a sun-kissed glow. You apply it where the sun would naturally hit your face. And it just gives you that beautiful glow that you have in the summer. And then I love to go and put some on my neck. And it blends, you see how like it streaks like that, but then you blend it and it just disappears. That's the beauty of cream makeup. Like, it is so forgiving. And it's perfect for all ages. But when you have mature skin, it's truly the best. Like, I could not go back to powders or cream at all. Geez, it looks like I'm like super dark with this lighting, but I'm not that dark. So you apply your bronzer as much as you want to, as little as you want to. That is total preference. You can apply some on your chin. You can apply some on your nose, but for me, I have to be careful because I have a super red Rudolph nose. So I have to, like, without makeup, my nose is like lobster red, like it's ridiculous. Sun damage. The beauty of being over 50 or aging is you have all these things that happens to your skin. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going in with my blush and bronzer, my blush, lip and cheek, excuse me. So I'm going to use the color Madrid because I really love this color. It's a color that is beautiful on every skin tone. Everybody can wear it. So I have my contour, I have my bronzer as a base, and that will make my blush pop even more. So again, I'm using my blush and bronzer again. And even though I went into like my foundations, like the brushes are designed that after you apply your makeup, there's like nothing on your brush. So you can go in directly to another color. So I'm tapping in. Now I'm, again, the top of my ear, and I'm just gonna tap the blush in place like this. So that's all I'm doing. Then I can turn to the big fluffy side and just kind of blend it in. Kind of did the same on the other side. So that is my blush and bronzer. I really love this Madrid color. I had it for a long time and I wasn't wearing it, and I started to wear it and I really like it. So now I'm gonna go and do my lips. So for my lips, I start with lining my lips with our multitasker brush, and I'm gonna use the big end. So I'm using my contour as my lip liner. I already have a little bit of Madrid on my lips, only because Madrid is a matte color, which I love, and I apply it first, and then it will stain your lips. So it will stay. The stain power will be way, way better. So I'm gonna go. So that's my lip liner. Now I can take the same brush and go in with my lip color. So the lip and cheek color is for both lips and cheeks, which is perfect. So you can use the brush, you can use your finger. It really doesn't matter, it's a preference. There's no right or wrong way of doing this makeup. Now, one last thing that I would love to do, that I love to mix and match my lip and cheek colors. So this is Love Spell. This is another one of my brand new favorite colors. So I'm gonna go in with my blush and bronzer, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit on my cheeks. The first one I applied was matte. So the matte will give you a matte finish. This one is more of a gloss. So I just apply a little bit like that. And it just gives it this, like the Madrid by itself was beautiful, by all means. But I love to play with my colors, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And then if I want, I can go and apply a little bit on my lips, because the satin color, which is satin is matte, is more dry. So I do like to apply a little gloss on top of it. So that is my look. So this is the finishing product. My phone is all crooked here. And these are all the colors I used, except with my bronzer. And I used the blush and bronzer brush, the detail brush, and I use the blend brush just a little bit, but I could do my whole face with just one brush, and any brush will work for everything. It's just a matter of preference. So that is it. I have a little bit of an illuminator that is also optional. It's just to give a little bit of like a shine and a sheen. And you just apply it to the top of your cheek like that. This one is called Rose Gold. Comes in different colors. So this is it. If you have any questions at all, post them in the comments and I will be happy to answer you. So thank you for listening.